Sports Check. In with our loyal viewers with the broadcast from Philadelphia. It's the home of the 76ers, the Wells Fargo Center. Oh, guys, for the Philadelphia 76ers, they come in off the loss to Orlando.
Yeah, the inability to make threes in that game, because they took a lot of them, I think, is why they ended up on the short end of the stick.
Yeah, they did take a bunch of them. Sometimes you can make up for poor three-point shooting with a strong inside game, but their inside game just wasn't strong enough.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Horford is out there with Brook Lopez. Then there's Martin. Then there's Jared Dudley. And it's Wall in the one spot. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer, was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. That'll be a 5-second call.
What are you doing?
Well, Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clark, he came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
Now, here's Grant. Shot clock at 5. Stauskas' shot is off. And so here is Chicago. Dishes it to Horford. Martin again. Thomas. Martin kicks to Dudley. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Lopez, no luck. On defense, Chicago. Thomas with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. Now Thomas. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
And guys, as much as Isaiah Thomas can help you on offense, at times he can hurt you on the defensive side. Immediately posted up by whomever he's guarding, you have to give help. And of course, that leaves your defense vulnerable, particularly on the weak side and controlling that defensive backboard.
Greg, you're talking about Isaiah Thomas before. Certainly his short stature limits him on Clark, the defensive side.
Yeah, but you know what? He doesn't rack up a ton of steals, given his instincts and quickness. I think he really focuses on making his impact at the offensive end.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
Pass to Stauskas. The feed to Chandler. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend, because they just handed him 2 balls.
And Wall kicks to Horford. Pass to Dudley. No one near Wall as he lets it go. Off target from the wing.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Outside Thomas. Chandler a screen. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Philadelphia shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
Stauskas kicks to Chandler. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Wall kicks to Lopez. They set the pick. Back to Wall. Front past the arc. Shot's good. Wall's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
Clock at 6. And he gets the bucket.
Really nice dime dropping there. Playmaking ability is exactly what you get from Isaiah Thomas.
Horford the pass to Wall. No good. And Philadelphia the other way now. Thomas against Wall. Thomas with the ball. Chandler a screen. Stauskas dishes to Chandler. And he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him. And really, the Bulls weathered a lot of injuries last season and still had a good showing in the East. Came away with the 3 seed when many thought they would sink down after missing so many games from key players.
Lopez. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Here's Thomas. Chandler is screen. Scott kicks to Chandler. Here's Thomas. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Wall passes to Horford. Now the dish to Lopez. Low block shot. It's hauled in by Thomas.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
The offensive rebound. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Lopez. Miller comes in for Jared Dudley. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Martin. Last outing for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Thomas dishes to Stauskas. They double him with Horford. Back to Thomas. And stolen by Miller. Outside, Wall. Releases. And again, Chicago. No good.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Chicago making some changes. Capella's checked in. Devin Harris subbed in for John Wall. Tim Hardaway Jr., the son of the great Tim Hardaway Sr., had a very good rookie season. However, last season, Clark, not the improvement that some were hoping to see on him.
Kevin, you knew the expectations were going to be high going forward, very high. But sometimes you step back before you move forward. He only shot 39% last season, very low for a guy of his caliber.
Bulls trailed by 4. Out to the right wing. Now the 76ers on the break. And the dunk by Grant.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And we were talking about Hardaway Jr., and he had a very good shot coming out of college, does a good job of freeing himself off screens, plays with good energy and intensity. For this young man, I believe the sky is the limit.
Bulls trail by 6. On the wing, Harris. He's guarded by Thomas. Outside Hardaway. Inside, Leonard. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Leonard's got his first basket of the night.
You know, with Hardaway Jr., it's not my thing to compare guys to other players, but he could use a little bit of his dad's quickness and ball handling. Tim Sr. was one of the best in the league at getting his own shot and getting shots for others. If Tim Jr. can get half of that in his game, his star will rise.
Here's Jokic. No good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That's his first foul. Outside Hardaway. There's the screen. Harris with it. Now Thomas defending. And the basket by Harris. The 76ers have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. And here is Thomas. He's got 5. Out to the wing. Henson the pass to Jokic. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Harris outside. Got a piece of it. .11 left to play here in the first. Thomas kicks to Stauskas. Philadelphia moving the ball around. 4 on the clock. Here's Jokic. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And guys, this 76ers team still trying to forge an identity. One thing that is sure, they will attack the basket, and a lot of fearless players on this roster.
Well, the 76ers do go at the basket without hesitation. They're fearless, Clark, going inside. Led the NBA last season on points off drive.
Well, you know, I like to say you've got to use what you have. They didn't have many shooters, so that means head down, get to the rim.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
Well, they've weathered their turnovers so far.
They've been lucky to this point. If they want to keep this lead, they need to take better care of the ball.
The 76ers leading by 5. It's stolen by Harris. On the wing, Miller. Back to Harris. Good. And Miller gets the assist. Harris has got his second basket.
I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Now here's Henson. He hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure will change.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Here's Harris. Outside Leonard. Fires the 3. Here's Capella. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Bulls have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. Both good from the line that time. Thomas. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. 76. And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Yeah, and they're finding ways to score multiple ways, playing well and sharing the ball, just operating good at the offensive end.
So for Chicago right now, all out there with Martin, then it's Brook Lopez, then there's Horford, and it's Dudley in at the small forward.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Well, guys, how good a playmaker is John Wall? Second in assists last season to Chris Paul. Clark, he almost finished #1.
Yeah, and the only difference really is that Paul was a little more efficient than Wall. Paul had a 4-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio. Wall was only at 2.5-to-1. But some of that is Paul's experience.
To the left side wing. And here's Dudley for 3. The 76ers leading by 3. Kicks to Sloan. They set the pick. Young pass to Jokic. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Bulls always seem to be tough on the road, and last season no different. They would end with 23 road wins on the year.
And that number was good enough for the second most in the East. Unlike shooting, it's very hard for defenses to go cold, and that's why the Bulls have been so good on the road.
And guys, touching back on the Bulls on the road, to illustrate how good they are on the road, last season marked the 5th straight year of a road record above 500. Incredible consistency as a franchise.
Here's Wall. Another one falls for Chicago.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
Here's the screen. Pass to Jokic from 18 feet away. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Yeah, you know, here's another stat for the Bulls on the road. Since 2010, when Tom Thibodeau took over, the Bulls have won almost 60% of their road games. That's impressive.
Now here's Wall. He has 5. Just 2 to shoot. Oubre with the steal. And Young kicks to Oubre. Drains it from 17 feet out. Oubre's got 4 this quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover. And really, once he got that steal, just really nothing the defense could do.
That's why turnovers are so costly, because in many cases, they're indefensible once possession changes hands.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. The 76ers leading by 6. Here's Sloan. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Lopez over to help. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 76ers need to get off a shot. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Chicago calls timeout.
Well, clearly the 76ers were the youngest team in the league last season, and with all the draft picks they stockpiled, they'll be the youngest team for a while, it seems. But if the youth can grow and develop, they could also be a force in a few years, too.
To give you an idea of how young this 76er team is, at one point last season, Greg, Tim Duncan had more seasons played in the NBA than the entire active roster of the 76ers.
That's hard to fathom. I mean, we all know there's this youth movement going on in Philadelphia, but they still need some veterans in that locker room. Very hard for the young players to lead. A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Harrell. Oubre can't get it to go. Now Wall. Feeds to Dudley. Takes a three. Chandler with the rebound. Chandler's got his third rebound on the night. Here's Sloan. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. 6 to shoot. Young dishes to Harrell. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Here is Wall. He has 5. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something right. Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut down to 1 on the bucket from Kevin Martin. Rung outside. He feeds it to Oubre. Puts it up from 12. And it's sent back by Horford. In transition, here come the Bulls. There's the 3. And it's Martin missing. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Martin against Young. Just 5 on the clock. He kicks it to Sloan. He dishes it to Hill. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Some changes for Chicago. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Lopez. Miller comes in for Jared Dudley. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Kevin Martin. Now here's Wall. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. And there's the pass to Horford. Young with the steal. This is to Oubre. Chandler with the screen on Miller. There's a screen. Shot clock at 6. Oubre passes to Chandler. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Capella's checked in, and Devin Harris is subbed in for John Wall.
You know, not only is the game neck and tight, but the rebounding battle is too. Extremely close on the board.
It's been brutal in terms of the physicality down low.
Here's Sloan. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And Young now, top of the key. They get a hand on it. One-on-one fast break. Here's Hardaway. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Well, Greg, for Brett Brown and the Spurs connection, he was an assistant in San Antonio for 7 years, was really indoctrinated into how the Spurs conducted business, Clark, before coming to the 76ers.
Yeah, he's got an interesting accent, too, a mix of Boston Australian from where he grew up and where he spent a lot of time, but no doubting his passion and his coaching ability. He's good in both.
He was actually a head coach for Australia for a while in international play. And Sloan kicks to Young. Pass to Harrell. 5 on the clock. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Chicago trailing here. Outside Leonard. Miller kicks to Harris. There's the feed to Hardaway. Shoots from the line. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. And the Bulls lead by 1. And the 76ers shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Chandler a screen. Pass to Oubre. Harrell kicks to Oubre. Inside to stop the drought. And Harrell with the lay-in. Good. Harrell's got his first 2 points.
The defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Miller outside. Miller with another miss.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
They've had a strong game on that front, Clark, no doubt about it.
Now here's Harrell. A terrific shot on a turnaround. Now it's a 3-point 76ers lead. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
There's a good screen. Outside Hardaway. The shot will not go. Good defensive work there by Young. Philadelphia leading by 3. The dish to Oubre. Kicks it to Sloan. Chandler a screen.
He's jammed himself up a little bit here with that second foul. But as long as he can avoid a third before the half, I think he's fine.
Second team foul.
For Philadelphia, they have gone 5 of 9 at the line.
That's his second personal foul.
No luck that time either.
This touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Leonard dishes to Capella. Leonard kicks to Hardaway. And it's Hardaway again missing. Pass break, Philadelphia. And so it's a basketball. 76ers lead by 3. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Nice game. Great performance by Isaiah Thomas.
And what he gives his team, guys, is an edge. He just lights up an arena when he gets it going. And in that first half, the young fella had it going.
Not just an edge, though, Greg. I think he gives them a confidence and a swagger they wouldn't otherwise have. He's a special player to have around, no doubt about that.
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. Nice game. Great performance by Isaiah Thomas.
Just a quality performance. And, you know, we do expect to see that from him. And he's always setting the bar high for himself. And sometimes I think we just kind of get numb to how good this guy really is.
And, Greg, you know how it was as the marked man when you were playing on great teams in your past. It's hard to perform when everybody's locked in on you. To be able to play like he has when you have a reputation of being the guy, That's impressive.
Grant is out there with Scott. Then it's Isaiah Thomas. Then it's Chandler. And it's Stauskas in at the 2 spot. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half. They set the pick. Here's Scott. Scott missing again. And there's the call on Chandler. That is his first foul of the game. And Chicago shooting 40% from the field.
And injuries, once again, were a central theme of the Bulls' season last year. Losing Rose was one thing, but then having Jimmy Butler lose a lot of time put them in such a tough spot.
The 76ers trail. Thomas kicks to Scott. And here's Stauskas from the arc to the right side. Thomas against Wall. And Thomas, here we go. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Thomas got 7 points in the game.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
And Wall kicks to Miller. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
Now, here's Scott. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
Terrific effort on that shot. I mean, he's given up a lot of inches in that mismatch.
Well, height, who cares about height? I mean, it's just a number. Hey, you got to go with what you got. He took what he had right at him there.
Here's Capella. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Well, guys, once again, the 76ers finished second to last in the East. Amazingly managed to win fewer games against the East than they did the year before, which was 14 wins in 2014.
One thing, Greg, about Philadelphia, you talked about this. Only 12 wins for them last year against the East.
And Kevin, how about not getting a win against their own conference until December? I mean, as bad as the Sixers were last year, though, they weren't the worst. So sometimes, even for me, I still can't fathom that's the case.
Stauskas, the pass to Chandler. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Oh, no, you hate to see that. Those are just the kind of errors that can cost you in a game like this.
Jared Dudley's checked in for the Bulls. Wall's shot is off. The 76ers leading by 3. Thomas with the ball. And it's Horford picking him up. Pass to Stauskas. Chandler with the screen on Dudley. Stauskas kicks to Chandler. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Thomas against Wall. Outside Martin. And again, Chicago. No good. Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Thomas against Dudley. Outside Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. And finished off by Scott.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
That's good.
Al Horford impeding the defense there with the solid screen.
Ball against Thomas. Thomas a screen. Scott kicks to Grant. The baseline J off the mark. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Wall attacking. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. Even then, it's just not a good play.
Chicago calls timeout. Well, the city of Philadelphia has had some tough fans. There's no doubt. You know, we've seen it boo Santa Claus. You can imagine, Greg, how they felt about this Sixers team a year ago.
You know, and the Sixers were going to be in trouble from the very start of the year. A lot of fans didn't even bother to show up to boo. I mean, Philly had the worst attendance in the league last season.
But they've got hope, Greg.
A lot of young talent. This is the year it starts to materialize.
And the 76ers making a change here. Henson's checked in. Thomas with the ball. 9 points in the game so far. Scott. The 76ers with another miss.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
In the corner, it's Martin. Feeds to Horford for the tie. And that's 2 points on the layup. And it's a tie ball game.
And he's stroking it well, but he just hasn't shown the aggressiveness that they need out of him. Probably in front by more if he was taking more shots.
Now, here's Scott. Here's Grant. Another miss by Philadelphia. Martin dishes the wall. That's short off the rim. For Philadelphia, they've gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Thomas kicks to Stauskas. He feeds it to Scott. Screen by Grant. Henson again. Horford. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Bulls have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Thomas against Wall. Up from the screen. Wall against Thomas. Horford. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 4 assists in the game.
Guys, he's got the length to get to the rim, and when he gets there, you never see a clumsy or awkward finish out of him. Everything is smooth and fluid.
They get the rebound. Scott. Lopez with the block.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter. Most of the time, that shot will go down, or the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Wall against Thomas. He kicks to Stauskas. Clock at 6. Over to the wing. To halt the run. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way. Chicago making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. The 76ers have really been struggling with their free throws, only made 5. More misses than makes so far. Bulls made the postseason for the 10th time in their last 11 seasons. Last year, they have become a fixture, Greg, in the playoffs in the East.
And how about last season, Kevin, had that interdivision matchup in their first round against the up-and-coming Bucks. Some hiccups for them in that series, but they were able to prevail.
Here's Thomas, following the basket by Brook Lopez. Stauskas, the pass to Thomas. To the paint. Here's Scott. That one rolling around and rims out.
Boy, in that playoff series against the Bucks, the Bulls looked like they were primed for an upset as they started slowly, eventually pulled it together, and came in as the underdogs against the Cavs.
76ers foul call.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And the Cavs knocked out the Bulls in 6 games. Bulls went up 2-1 in the series, but didn't have an answer for LeBron. Strong effort from the Bulls, though, but they just couldn't match the firepower of the Cavs.
Leonard, he's checked in for Lopez. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And John Wall, guys, is still one of the most explosive players in the league. His speed makes professional athletes look like they are stuck in mud.
Right side, Scott. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Scott's got 6. Chicago leading. All with it. Now Thomas defending. To the inside. With the shot. And again, no good by Chicago. You're talking about Wall's burst. He can go end-to-end in seconds. Clark, you're amazed. You said he's a blur.
Yeah, rack to rack in a nanosecond is what Wall can do. I mean, his speed is something special.
Scott dishes to Grant. And he jams it with authority. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
Well, 8 lead changes, Kevin, so far as the teams are battling it out here in the third.
You can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
Now here's Wall. He's got 10. And Dudley kicks to Horford. Horford missing again.
Yeah, showing some strength in the paint there. Tough rebound.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. 76ers on top, up by 1. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And we're set to start the action up here in the 4th quarter, and if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Here is Harris. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So for Chicago right now, we've got Jared Dudley, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Devin Harris. Then there's Horford, and it's Leonard in at the 5 spot. Here's Sloan, following the basket by Al Horford. Harrell with it, and it's Horford picking him up. 5 to shoot. Here's Sloan, and that one's good.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Now here is Harris. A 3 from Leonard. The rebound by Grant. Grant's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And, Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
The 76ers leading by 3. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Yeah, Greg, you like groove, don't you?
I do. Let's groove tonight, Kevin. And matter of fact, let's just stay in the attack mode that we're seeing from these guys. They're getting whatever they want.
Sixers ball. What are you doing?
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Much better job of just taking care of the basketball, really putting the onus on the defense.
Here's Sloan. Right wing. And here's Stauskas from the arc. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Here's Sloan, guarded by Harris. All sorts of time. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And now a 5-point 76ers lead. They set the pick. He dishes it to Dudley. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you can ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
Here's Sloan. Grant outside. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And it's Harrell missing. Bulls trailed by 3. Hardaway kicks to Harris. The pass to Dudley. Chicago with another bucket.
That mid-range jumper is just another one of his weapons.
76ers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Sloan passes to Stauskas. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the 76ers.
Boy, guys, I really like how they've driven the ball to the basket in this game. I mean, they've been very aggressive with it.
And I also love the way they move the basketball. Their passing has been outstanding here in the second half.
Brook Lopez is checked in for the Bulls. Martin comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Chicago's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Now here is Harris. Dishes to Lopez to tie it up, and the layup is good. Lopez has got it all tied up now for Chicago.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
The high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Sloan dishes to Grant. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. John Wall's checked in for Chicago. For Chicago, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Outside, Martin. Back to Wall. To take the lead. He takes it up and lays it in. And the Bulls lead by 2.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Now here's Harrell. Nice work there coming off the screen.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And here's Dudley for 3. Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin. Everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
And, guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
And it's Chicago with the rebound. Dudley's got his 3rd rebound on the night. In the corner, it's Martin. Hands it from downtown. Martin's got the lead up to 3 now for the Bulls.
Looks to me like they hit the refresh button here in the second half after shooting less than 40% from the field before the break.
But the defense allowed them to stay in it, and now with the offense looking rejuvenated, they've got to be feeling confident.
Here's Stauskas. Just 5 to shoot. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Martin.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Wall with the steal. And now Martin pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Here's Sloan following the score by Kevin Martin. For 3, Stauskas. It's rebounded by John Wall.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Stripped it away. The 76ers trail by 5. Here's Sloan. It's stolen by Martin. Chicago calls timeout.
Saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. 4 on the shot clock. Horford, no luck. The 76ers trail by 5. Outside Thomas. Chandler with a screen for Thomas. It's Scott on the wing. Shot to end this cold run. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got 3 assists tonight. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
It's really been an ugly game for him as he continues to give the ball away on offense, guys.
That'll be a 5-second call.
They made a few mistakes and paid the price. It's really been a tough quarter for them.
Yeah, points off turnovers going the other way. Part of the reason they find themselves behind.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
That's 2 unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnover.
And one thing you can't do is string together those kinds of possessions. It can snowball in a hurry.
Now, here's Thomas. Young in the corner. And right on target. Good. And it's now only a 1-point Bulls lead. Chicago's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Now here's Dudley. Defense right on him. And here is Thomas. Chandler with a screen for Thomas. And Scott has it in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
And it's Martin missing.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities. Huge play on the offensive glass there to get more second chance points. He's only getting more physical as this game wears on.
Near the 3-point line, it's Thomas. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Bulls ball.
There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Wall kicks to Lopez. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. It's on Tyson Chandler.
It's been a good night for Brook Lopez. He's got 10 points, and he's made some good decisions with the basketball, too.
And being smart with the ball like he's been today, Clark, I think it's critical for him and them. He should repeat that every game.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a two-point ball game.
He's really the guy you want on the stripe in that situation. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He's clutch.
Outside Thomas. .23 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
I think in that situation, that was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Chicago calls timeout. They're up by 2. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Martin attacking. Connects.
What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
How about the cool, collected way in which he delivered it? Clutch.
Oubre can't get it to go. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.